Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and we're here with episode number, I believe, 54 of our Pokemon X playthrough here through the Kalos region on the channel. In the last episode, we went here to the Pokeball factory producer magic place, where Team Flare was up to no good. For whatever reason, I guess they wanted to steal all the Pokeballs to prevent other people from having Pokemon. But as I said, that doesn't really make sense because I currently have Pokemon, and you stopping Pokeballs is not going to get rid of them. Unless, do they have something else in mind for people that currently exist with Pokemon? We may find out someday, but today is not that day. Let's get started here. We're going to head off towards, I think it's Anastar City is the next big one that we get to. And we... or rather by we, I mean my team and I. So leading the pack right now is our level 39 Doublade Caliburn. He has the ability of No Guard. He needs a whopping 100 experience to level up. He is a Brave Nature Double Sword. He's got the Eviolite to boost up those defenses. And again, look at that physical defense, 131. Special defense could actually use a little bit more, but if we need to tank a hit with, we need to tank a really solid, powerful, like Hyper Beam or Submission, Cross Chop. This is our guy to go to right here. That defense is amazing, and he's immune to everything I just said. He's also got Shadow Sneak, Gyro Ball, Night Slash, and Swords Dance. Next is Springer, our starter here in the Kalos region at level 41. Our Greninja is a torrential Pokemon, ability-wise. He is a Lonely Nature with Splash Plate to power up Surf and Water Shuriken, Cut and Grass, not rounding out the moveset. Next is Scales, our Shelgon at level 41. Again, what time does he evolve? I believe it probably is level 45 o'clock. Leftovers is the held item, healing back some HP every turn. His ability of Rockhead, preventing recoil damage from every one of his moves, especially Protect. He's also got Shadow Claw, Zen Headbutt, and Bite. And the ability, the nature is Impish. He's an impish little dragon. And our last active team member right now is Axel, the Roserade at level 41. He's holding Black Sludge for HP recovery on a poison type. Poison Point is the ability. The nature is Calm, and he's got Venoshock, Giga Drain, Stun Spore, and Worry Seed. Now, the only thing separating my team of 4 from retrieving someone from the PC from the past game is a whopping 100 experience points. Can you feel it? We're almost there. So close. So, today's episode, we're going to be heading, as I say, towards the next big town. And I don't think there's anything between Laver and Anastar, but I want to get my next gym badge today. And when I say that, I mean in today's recording session, not in today's video. You're not going to see this happen. But hopefully, I'll be able to get to that badge. Or, if not, at least get to the town to prepare for a grinding montage. Essentially, what I would like to do overall is get some more of these Pokemon X episodes pre-recorded, ready to roll, so I don't have to, I've been playing catch-up the past little while. I'll wake up in the morning. In fact, spoilers, Spoilers? What? No, this is a breaking the fourth wall moment. There's no spoilers needed. Today is Sunday, as I'm recording this. Today is Sunday as you're watching this, if you're watching it on day 1, which means I'm recording the day of, which isn't normally, that big of a deal, but there's some days where it's like if I have to go out and take care of something, I'd rather have a video ready to roll and not rely too much on my, as I keep calling them, the filler videos of Pokedex challenges. Team Flare stole the Pokeballs, but the people at the Pokeball factory said it will be okay. Really? Oh, so they did get away with Pokeballs. Interesting. I thought we managed to defeat them completely. I can't talk to you. There we go. It sure seems like my Pokemon is getting stronger really fast. Could it be because I already went here and talked to everybody? It might be, actually. Thanks for pointing that out. So, I realize if I'm gonna... Did I speak to you before? What are you doing here? Man, these red suits are hard to run in. I'll never catch up with those kids. Oh, this is the guy who chased after Shauna and Trevs, I think. But the admins are sure going to be grumpy about this. They're just a bunch of old men. Don't worry about them. What else is going on in here? Is there anything I haven't checked out? I think I've checked the entire town. So the holo clip that we got, the news lady said Pokeballs are stolen, but that's fine. So we have no real lead on where we're supposed to go. I think I should go to the Pokemon Center, however, for a nice quick little heal. I think we still have some damage from our previous battles there in the Pokeball Factory. Did I talk to you? It's mysterious, so very mysterious. The ability called Pixelate, I already read about that. So, a trick for pre-recording episodes is that I cannot refer to things outside of the video itself. Well, I kind of can. In fact, I can talk today in this video about, let's say, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I have seen the first episode of. It's another series on Disney Plus, one of the MCU in-between movie series. But I can't talk too much about other stuff, because if there was like a basketball game today, Sunday, and I record, like, say, 5 episodes today, and then the 5th episode, I'm like, by the way, did you see that Knicks-Bulls games today? Wow, that was amazing when Mr. Basketball Man made that three-pointer and went shoop, and then they won, 18-24. Like, I can't do that, because that proves that I'm a time traveler. You'd be sitting there a week later watching episode 5 that I recorded, and you'd be like, is this man insane? What? Or is he that slow, like a slowpoke, that he's seeing the past in the future? So, I don't want to put you through that confusion. Will you show me a tiny Pokemon? Never. I don't have one with me right now. 12 inches or higher? What? Joltik could fit that, though. Do I have a Joltik? Nope. Alright, let's see. This is a new area. It's interesting to see how a single discovery can change the world. With the recent classification of the fairy type, Pokemon type matchups have changed forever. Which I do like. I didn't mention this, but they gave poison a use. So I'd said in previous generations, so in Generation 1, poison was super effective on both grass and bug, if you didn't know that. So yes, bug had a weakness to poison. They changed that, and as soon as Gen 2 came out, I'm pretty sure that's when they switched it so that bug no longer bug was no longer weak to poison, but, well, this was what was really weird. Bug and poison, I'm pretty sure were super effective on each other in Gen 1. Then Gen 2 came along, Bug was, it took neutral damage from poison, but poison now resisted bug type attacks. I'm not sure what happened there, but since Gen 2, poison has had only one super effectiveness, grass. Now, take a Pokemon like Arbok. Later on, I think Gen 4 is when this started. Arbok could learn things like Ice Fang, Fire Fang, so with all the weaknesses that grass already has, there is poison, of course. There's flying, ice, fire, bug. Chances are, whatever poison attack you plan to use, your Pokemon could probably learn one of those other types, flying, bug, ice, fire, which not only covers that super effectiveness that poison had, but it also covers other super effectivenesses. So I felt like there's almost no use for a poison type attack because there's better options. But when they introduced Fairy type, first of all, to be the counter to dragons, they gave Fairy the weaknesses to both steel and poison. Now, I believe, I'm going on a complete ramble here. I believe they said that in, mythology, folklore, what have you, that fairy-type folk have been weak to iron. It's been like iron hurts them to touch. So that's where I think the steel-type weakness comes from. Not sure about poison, but whatever logic there is behind that, I just love the fact that poison now has another super effectiveness, and the fact they made it super effective on the new type coming in to counter dragons. So it's like, the fairy types come in, we're going to take down all the dragons of this region, and then like an Ekans shows up and it's like, yeah, but I'm going to take you down. So Ekans is now the apex predator. I like it. I heard there's a person in Anastar City who can read the memories of Pokemon. Really? I met some eccentric ladies man in a cafe the other day. Turned out he was a professor. I do get around to various cafes. He told me a story about how long ago there was a Pokemon that was much beloved by its king and how that Pokemon ended up saving the king's life. According to the professor, the stories that remain from that time indicate that it was a fairy type. Interesting reading all this fairy information near Lavera City, isn't it? This gate connects Lavera City with Route 15. So, is this the Mamoswine route? I do know we get to ride a Mamoswine someday. No. This is... So, what I like about maybe every generation, but definitely this one, is you notice when we were heading up through the Lavera Nature Trail, Route 14, things were looking a little bit drab, let's say, swampy land and all that, and the leaves were sort of like, fall colors. This route looks like it's an autumn-fall setting. And then we get to the icy part. So you basically are going through the seasons as you do this, which I think is pretty cool. I guess they maybe did that because they took seasons out from Gen 5. Every month would be a new season in that game. Route 15, also known as Brunway. runway? Now, there are patches of grass here that you can run through. I forget, can you get stuff from in here? I do not know. But I do want to see if I can find some trainers. Well, actually, you can get stuff from those leaf piles. Trainers! Surprise! I know you didn't invite me, but here I am. Haha, I got you good, didn't I? You kind of surprised me, I will admit that. So, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Pretty cool. Or as some people are referring to it as Mephisto and the Winter Mephisto. Now, I've only seen the first episode thus far, based on, when this is recording. In fact, technically, I've heard that there is a called like a well-understood spoiler window where you're not supposed to talk about spoilers and stuff. And I guess I won't really give too many details of the show, but I think it's like when the shows air on Friday, people are like, you have to wait until Monday to talk about spoilers. And you don't really have to. I mean, what is actually stopping you? I guess, Marvel could completely crash your channel, but failing them doing that, I can just talk about how I like this is showing, what would you call it, like more the downtime of the heroes. So it's showing, of course, Falcon, Winter Soldier, they are the title characters. They haven't even really made an appearance together just yet. Their adventures are going on, and they're not really adventures, I guess. Like I say, it's more the mundane, day-to-day life type stuff. I think we should go into, well, you know what we should go into? Caliburn, resisting the nice ice attacks. So it's like, a relaxed kind of thing. It does show, I feel slightly sad for Bucky, the Winter Soldier, because it shows a scene where he's talking, in a therapy session, where, Gyro Ball, let's do it, we got +2 attack, now confusion is a thing. But Bucky's talking to a psychiatrist, saying how he's always gone from one fight to the next. He said he had a little bit of downtime in Wakanda during the end of Black Panther. We didn't hit ourselves. That's amazing. All right, let's hit ourselves with a Shadow Sneak. Whoa, okay. Confusion is making up for previous episode, or episodes. I forget, but we're actually doing some damage. Actual level up as well. So Bucky, if you don't know the idea behind Bucky, the Winter Soldier, he was would you call it an experiment or whatever? Kind of like a sleeper agent for the bad guys. Ever since, when did the first Avenger take place? Captain America. Was it the 60s? Or was it the 40s? I should really know more about my own world history, but I don't. I admit it. Okay, before we continue this discussion, we gotta talk about, another discussion. We are here in the PC because, as you just saw, we hit level 40 with our lowest Pokemon. So 40, 41, 41, 42. Which means I can finally, at long last, bring back a level 41 Pokemon, level 40, from the past generations. Sailor is now here. And as soon as both Caliburn and Sailor get to level 41, I can bring back Chuck, our other Bibarel. We're finally rounding out the team. So let's give a little update on Sailor here. Sailor is our level 40 Musharna from the Unova region. She's not holding anything because we just picked her up. She has the Forewarn ability, determines what moves an opposing Pokemon has. I believe you should not pluralize that. It tells you one move that they have, and I think it tells the strongest move, if I'm not mistaken. So she is a relaxed natured Pokemon. Psybeam, Nightmare, Yawn, and Moonlight are the moves. So we now have another team member, and it's not too much longer till we hit another team member. Okay, this might not be a big deal for people out there, but it is for me, because thanks to the occasional knockouts that my Kalos team has taken, we have had to skip over a lot of cool Pokemon from previous games to keep our Kalos team rolling. We finally have another one added. Alright, so Bucky was a sleeper agent, let's say. He would, from what I understand, he would go into sort of a cryo sleep when the bad guys didn't need him. Ooh, item. How did I walk through that without tripping over the Pokeball? I don't know. So, Bucky, he actually says he's 108 years old, but Now, is that counting the snap and blip? Doesn't really matter, but throughout the years, he would be woken up to perform whatever deed the bad guys needed him to do, and then they would put him back into cryo freeze. So although he's mind controlled when he does this, we're gonna leave you be. We don't really need your experience, I don't think. So although, again, he was mind controlled when he was doing those tasks, he remembers doing them and what happened, like everything that went down, and he's having nightmares. He's troubled by this because now that he's not constantly in a fight, he's not on the battlefield, war zone kind of thing. He's now able to reflect, I guess, in his own mind, and he's got some work to do to try to come to terms with this. Pokeballs are round. The world is also round. Very good call. Basically, I'd agree with that. I mean, let's throw that open to the comments. Do you folks believe the world is round? Oh, let's not open up that can of worms, actually. Ooh, we got us a level 40. Huh? We are on par. So, anyway, it'll be cool to, it'll be cool to see what happens in Falcon and Winter Soldier. But, as I say, I feel kind of bad for Bucky, because we know from the trailers, the promotional stuff, that they are leading to another fight. So Bucky, he's not going to have much time, I don't think, to really come to terms with, his past. So he's going from one fight to the other, like he told the psychiatrist he always seems to do. But I mean, he's got a metal arm, so that is so cool. He can definitely help in a fight. I'm feeling well-rounded today. Okay, do we jump over here? I guess we might. Let's jump right in the leaves. I didn't see there was a pile I just walked through. Oops. Let's pick ourselves up a Leppa Berry, which I think we've only had one of so far in this adventure. Leppa Berries are great because they restore your PP. I missed a leaf pile. I gotta go back and see what's in there. That could be an item. Could be a Master Ball again. Whoa, don't sneak up on me like that. Of course, I don't mean again as in there was one in a leaf pile before, but we do have a Master Ball right now. Wachog, eh? You could be a Cruncher. But with our physical defense, is Caliburn worried? I would probably say I don't think so. So, I'm assuming you're faster. Let's go Gyro Ball. Shadow Sneak, of course, will not do nothing. Will not do nothing? No, that was terrible use of the double negative. Or was that... Yeah, I was gonna say, or is that a triple negative? No. Why is my headphones are messing up worse than usual. Alright, decent damage, decent damage. Now, I saw something... I think IGN had put this out, saying how Falcon and Winter Soldier won't have the conspiracy fan theories that WandaVision had. And, you can say that, but I know the Marvel fans, the comic book followers, are going to see mention of, a character's name or maybe a location or something, and they're immediately going to cross-reference it back to the comic series and be like, oh, wait, no, this has to be that, and... So I still think some type of theory will come up. Power Trick! What do you do again? I want to take a look at you. You. Psychic Power swaps attack and defense stats. What could I replace? Now, I do have Gyro Ball's TM, so I could swap that. I think I have Swords Dance TM as well. But will that really be necessary? I think his attack and defense are pretty similar. It'd be really funny, though. Having this, using it once we have Aegislash, and you go to King Shield mode, then Power Trick, so now suddenly as your shield form, you've got wacky offense, hardly any defense. Now, I kind of want to play around with this. I'm going to grab that for now. Again, if we do need Gyro Ball back, I've got the TM for it. Because I wonder, if I Power Trick once, again, this is thinking to the future when Caliburn becomes Aegislash. If I Power Trick and swap attack and defense, when he does his stance change, does it reset back to what it should be in the new stance? Or does it keep them swapped? If anybody out there does know, let me know, please, because that would be really cool to kind of, figure out. Now, I actually want to take a look here, check the stats as they are. So we have, 116 attack, 138 defense. I guess I'll keep my defense where it's at. And it's only physical, I believe. It doesn't say anything about special, did it? It doesn't? That's good English. So, I was throwing some ideas out there. Do I want to swap the stats right now, see what we can do? But I kind of want to get Sailor leveled up. And I want to add another Pokemon to our team. If I'm quick, like if I get enough experience off of this, which I probably won't, I could maybe add a new team member today. But I'm going to probably say not. It'll probably be the next episode before... Ooh. Yeah, we're in the rain. Right, that's going to hurt a bit. It'll probably be next episode before we add anyone else from the PC. I mean, we could get a critical Bubble Beam on us here and lose Sailor right away. Or not lose Sailor, but still somehow snag that critical hit. Can I call it or what? Sometimes I can. Other times I can't. We actually almost leveled up there. I guess, yeah, because the good old XP boost. So, yeah, we're going to actually heal right here. Let's get ourselves a Hyper Potion, because if she, Sailor, stays until the end of this fight by herself, I think we might level her up. And if so, well, either way, I think I'm rushing back to the Pokemon Center as it is, but, yeah, I think we could possibly get another team member. Alright, now, this thing, of course, it just boosted special defense. All we have is Psybeam as far as offense, but we're going to Yawn, and then Nightmare this thing. You can go ahead and boost them stats all you like. So +1 special attack, +3 special defense. A physical move will drop you, maybe. Actually, yeah, if I go to Caliburn, he could... We got Shadow Sneak is a thing. But, okay, let's go for Moonlight just in case they hit us. They are hitting us. They might flinch me with that, actually. But we are defensive. We're okay. So, let's get the Nightmare started. And I wonder, can we land a critical Psybeam to at least cut through that +3 special defense? I'm not expecting to be able to. Okay, Swoobat is sleeping. Let's go for that Nightmare. And I'm looking at the clock right now. So, based on timing, I think we'll be able to finish this fight. But might not have time to get back to Pokemon Center immediately. We'll head back that way anyway as we do our outro. But maybe not adding the team member as of yet. So if you wake up immediately, I'm not going to be too thrilled about that. Thank you for staying asleep at least a little bit. Now, okay. Nightmare used to be a not guaranteed, I guess, pretty close to guaranteed 4-turn knockout. And they changed the sleep counter. I think Gen 5 is when they switched it up. As of Gen 4, I believe you could still get 4 turns of sleep in a row. But with Gen 5, they changed it so you can only max out at 3 turns of sleep. So, what Nightmare does is, while the target is sleeping, they... You know what, can I just even power through with Psybeams? When the target's sleeping, at the end of each turn, Nightmare takes 25% of their HP. But, don't flinch me, thank you. But, it still kind of rounds down. So if you have, like, say 101 HP, each turn you would lose 25, but the last turn you would only have lost 100 total after 4 turns of sleep, and you'd survive with 1. Now that was a really good technique for catching wild Pokemon. Are you really gonna... You're gonna survive with that little bit? That was a little closer than I would have liked. But at least we still have our new team member. I'd rather not lose her the very episode that we first added her. Of course, now a simple Psybeam takes down Swoobat. But when they changed the sleep counter to max 3 turns, you could only take out up to 75% of the target's HP. And, you know, I guess on the receiving end of Nightmare, that is acceptable. You know, that's great. But as far as relying on Nightmare as part of a strategy, kind of a kick in the old pants. But, you know, if you have other attacks you can hit while they're sleeping, I guess that works. There we go. Level 41. Okay, these headphones are driving me crazy. The audio keeps cutting out, like back and forth. Still doing it. Alright, Dean is done. Haha, I guess you were the one who got surprised here. Haha. Okay, so that's gonna end off that battle. I've never been great at talking to other people. That's why I became a Pokemon Ranger. Why, you ask? We Rangers can spend all day just hiding out in nature, that's why. Okay, so we're going to actually end off here for the day, but next episode, we can add another team member. Yes! Finally, we'll have our 6th team member. The layout will be complete. But until that time, we're signing off here. I want to say thank you for watching today's episode of Pokemon X. If you enjoyed it, feel free to click the like button down below to let me know your interest in the series. And if you are not subscribed to our channel, but you like what you see here today, feel free to click the subscribe button down below and click that bell button to get your notifications when new videos and streams are coming up here. And if you would like to join as a channel sponsor to help support myself and my adventures, click the join button, take a look at what perks are available for our 2 tiers that we have set up, and perhaps join on in as a channel sponsor and start getting those perks as the months roll out. Alright, with that all said, it's now time to get rolling, so thank you folks for watching today's episode. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time.